What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dwayne Q, and welcome to the Affairs of the Heart, the podcast that sheds light on love, sex, and relationships from a gay male perspective. I'm laughing because they know I was hungry, and I was on here trying to scarf down these potato chips, but the numbers went by a little bit too fast, so I try not to choke. Of course, we got the usual suspects with us. Aaron is here, Easy is here. We'll let Aaron pop them in.
Hey everyone.
Choking to death.
Wait a minute, hold on. You choke?
We're trying to get the last out before we started.
You choking in 2026?
Let's talk about it.
What's up, fellas?
Get ready for the snowstorm or the whatever storms happen here in Atlanta.
Easy, I'm about to come get in your bed because it's gonna be a mess.
It is going to be a mess. I really feel like it happens every like 8-9 years, and it's about time for us to have that snowstorm here at the DMV. So yeah.
I wish I was there for that. I miss a good snowstorm.
Because that could have went left. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Snowstorms make people, you want to be snowed in.
I want to be snowed in. Like I miss like snowstorms.
Mm-hmm. This subject came up today at work, and some of us teachers were trying to figure out like what we want to do, how we want to spend this time, because like we know we're about to be out of school for at least a couple of days. But there was a group of us who happened to all be like alone, living alone. And the opportunity to have someone come over and be snowed in with you is on the top of people's minds right now, especially for everyone here in the DMV, because we're anticipating about 20 to 25 inches of snow.
Mm.
So yeah. So it was just like, do you really want someone to be snowed in with? Because like, if you're so used to being alone, having your alone time, the idea of having someone over is great. But the idea of being snowed in, because the moment you hit a nerve, I'm just like,
Just go to the other room.
I think y'all need to think back to COVID.
I love when I tell you that was my favorite time being alive at that time. I love that time. Like, I think for my introverted self, like it was the most amazing time of my life. So maybe that's why I miss snowstorms, because I can get locked into my house. Because when I tell you I'm binge watching Girlfriends, I'm playing my Nintendo Switch, like I'm enjoying my time at home alone. And if I got snowed with somebody that I want to be snowed in with, I mean that could be a thing too. And Tony Redbone, we miss you as well. But yeah.
Well, since we're back, I think it's nothing but space and opportunity for us to just get into it. So what are we talking about tonight?
Are you going to tell us about you want to be snowed in, or no? We're going to just move on to the topics.
I don't want to be. I will have no choice. I'm here. I am in the DMV, FYI. And I may be here until Sunday. Not decided yet.
If not longer.
I don't want to do that either. So we will see.
This is supposed to be like 5 days.
They say a lot of shit.
And I think the time that when I was there, they had a snowstorm, we were literally locked in for like 5 days. That was back in 2016. The snow was like above the cars, snow in DC.
That was a time. That was a time.
We were locked in a hotel.
And then we had one there was one 8-9 years before that one too. So like I said, we haven't had one in a while, so it's like we're kind of overdue. So this is like, yeah, and the same weekend that it happened too, the last time it happened. So
You're right. It wasn't 16, it was 14, and you're right because
Yeah,
14.
This time in January. It's something about January.
Yep, that's very true.
But regardless of it, we here.
All right, so y'all ready to get into these things?
Hit me with the first topic.
Oh, I wanted to talk about something we talked about last week about the drag king and drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to my friend Tim. He is actually the guys that do it that are not doing drag are called male entertainers. So I just wanted to clarify what the name was. We were trying to figure out that last week. So they're called male entertainers. Actually, I can pull up Tim real quick.
Male entertainers. I thought that was something completely different.
That's Tim. Tim does shows all the time. He actually was crowned Mr. Gay US of A. So that's Tim. But shout out to Tim because he definitely is.
I've met him before. Very nice fella.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice fella. I met him down in Dallas. I think it was Dallas. It was Dallas Pride. I hosted some events down there.
Yeah, Tim is really big in the industry.
Oh, so okay. You paused. You was like, Tim is really big, and I was like, ooh.
We're gonna move on to the next topic.
Of course. Now we want to move on. Okay.
I don't know if Tim is big or not. I don't know, but I mean, when I pause, I just think he's big in the industry, though. And so, yeah.
I feel like Nene, when she was like, "Well, how did I get into this?" Poor Tim. Tim, you didn't even.
So sorry, Tim. Sorry. We love you, Tim. We love Tim.
All right, so let's move over here to this 5 reasons why dating the dating market is a disaster. Before we actually get into this, do you guys have any reasons why you would think that the dating market is a disaster?
Well, seeing as I am not in the dating pool, but I'm sure I can have a perspective. I think the pool has piss in it.
Oh, wait, let me do this for you real quick because you were saying this. Let me pull this up really quick for you.
Now, why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get wrong?
I never apologize.
I just want to throw that in for you real quick. But I think a lot of the reasons, I guess because I watched this already, I feel like a lot of the reasons that he's going to say, I think those are the reasons. A lot of it is consistency. And I've learned that consistency is not always talk to you every day.
People have different ideas of what consistency is.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people need to be aligned on that. I also believe that not enough. I feel like we don't talk enough to our elders about love, sex, and relationships. Now, hold on.
How did we get into this?
Hold on. Hear me out. I just feel like when I was coming up, I learned a lot about relationships from other people, elders within my family, friend circles, and everything. I don't feel like those conversations are had much anymore. So the idea of like chasing someone is there, but the idea of what to do with them once you get them is not there.
Mm-hmm.
So like some of those relationships that lasted as long as they did, our great great grandparents, high school sweethearts, they've been together 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years like that. Those are unheard of these days. And how to overcome some of those struggles and those challenges within relationships. I feel like those conversations, not saying that we had to do what they did, but I feel like those conversations are not there anymore.
But what they did also was kind of toxic too.
No, I agree. But at the same time, I feel like those conversations are not present because I'll be 40 this year. So as I enter into my 40s,
you broke it. You be 40 what?
I'll be 40 this year.
Okay.
this October. And as I'm entering into my 40s, I'm also in a whole mindset of like certain things I'm just not going to tolerate. But I also look at it as there's certain things that I want to have to tolerate if I want to have a successful relationship, whether it be with family, whether it be with friends, whether it be with a romantic individual. I got to figure out how to navigate over certain things versus just like, you know what, I'm just going to cut ties, because that can't be the answer to every single thing. I think about that often because, you know, we go through family shit all the time. And I know my family isn't perfect and we are going through some things where individuals are not talking to each other. But as I look back, though, I can't think of a time where we didn't have family gatherings and people didn't come. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, how did some of our ancestors just navigate through the trials and tribulations where they were still able to come together, break bread, have laughs, congregate, enjoy each other's company, and still move on through the bullshit. Because I'm at a space now where the families are not doing that. So it's just like, how do we navigate that stuff? So I think the conversations with our elders are not had anymore. And I feel like I really would like to have some of those be present again. That's just my 2 cents.
I definitely agree with you. And then, like, are y'all having family reunions still this, like, in your life, like, now? Have you ever had family reunions before?
I've had family reunions, but nothing since certain elders had passed.
Same.
I feel like they held everything together, and now that they are gone, you know, this new generation is like, you know, we looking after our mental health, we protecting our peace, our sanity, and that's all fine and dandy. But like, at the same time, I also don't want to lose my family. I don't want to lose my friends. I don't want to lose a loved one within that. Keeping my peace and my sanity and stuff. So it's an interesting journey to travel. But I wish I was able to have had those type of conversations with some of my elders. Because, you know, as we get older, we find out family secrets and stuff. And I'm just looking like, wait a minute.
I think that's why there's no family reunions and stuff like that anymore.
How y'all get through this? So,
because they kept the shit in the house. And now that it's outside of the house, people are not congregating together like they used to, because now we have standards and morals and values. And not saying they didn't have that before, but it was just taught very differently growing up.
Yeah, I want those teachings. I want those lessons, at least to like hear them, understand them, and see if it's something that can be applied to what I got going on with me right now. So,
do you think that it would be different if you were having these conversations with same-sex relationship versus like your family?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm a firm believer in, like, we all experience love, we all experience sex, we all experience relationships. And if you sit down and really dive into it, it's relatively the same. You know, of course, you know, there's gonna be a few things that ain't, you know, but how we navigate conversations, how we navigate these relationships, I think the key element is communication. How are we talking to these people? How are we talking to our loved ones? How are we communicating what we got going on as far as our emotions and stuff? So I think it starts there. I think it at least starts there. It may drift off to different places, but I think it starts there with the conversation.
I think I knew the atmosphere of my grandparents and my parents being together growing up. I knew that they had an unconditional love for each other, and like it was do or die for them. I don't know if I would do the same thing though in my life.
Well, let me stop you there. I'm not saying that I would do the same thing, but I feel like the dialogue should be had.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
What about you, DQ?
I don't necessarily agree, but not to the extent that what you're saying is not true.
Okay.
I think the original question was, do we think the dating pool? What was
the question? The topic is the dating market is a disaster, and so we were talking. And as you think that it's a disaster, so that's what we got here.
I do agree that it's a disaster for people. However, I think that there is some space to take some ownership there. I think in comparison to our grandparents, if you want to put them in that space,
put them in there. Put them in there.
I think you really, truthfully, I think that they, it was a different time. They didn't have so much access to so many things, right? They didn't have social media. They didn't have, cell phones where they could be readily available at any second or millisecond, any time of day. They had a house phone. You didn't get messages until you got home, or you didn't learn about certain things until you got home. So I think, it was a completely different time that we necessarily can't compare to the current times. I think the current times, because we have so much access and we have so much availability and so much openness, it does require you to have to shift, how you date, what that looks like. I mean, now you have apps where you can go for dating. Back in the day, you might have just met somebody happenstance on the street or in a bar or on a, where you were being social. I think everything is too readily available to us to really complain about the dating pool. And then when you do complain about the dating pool, you're not necessarily talking about where you stand, right? You're always talking about the defense. You're always talking about what someone else did or how they treated or what that experience has been. I don't think that there is enough accountability being taken as it pertains to the dating pool either, because if there's pee in the pool, somebody peed, and it had to be more than one person at this point. If there's a substantial amount of pee in the pool, if we're talking about
people still swimming through the pee in the pool, though.
That part, that's what I'm saying. Like you're not taking accountability for the fact that there's pee in the pool, but you know what? That last person that I dated, I ghosted them. I fucked them over. I did, I may be reaping what I've sown as it pertains to dating or how I've treated other people. Right now, this is not for Easy, because Easy is, customary clearance when it comes to dating, and Easy keeps getting stood up. And I'm tired of y'all. Let me say this while we talk about the dating pool. I'm tired of y'all standing my friend up. I'm tired of y'all fucking over my friend because Easy is a good dude. Easy does not deserve to be stood up as many times as Easy. We had a whole 2 years break on this freaking show, and people are still standing Easy up. That is trash. That's trash.
I don't understand it.
Stop standing my friend up. He's a good dude. He got his shit together. He got a truck. He got shit. He does what he got to do here in DC. Y'all do right by my friend. Period.
I can never understand that.
That's my thoughts about the dating pool.
All right, so y'all want to get into the video now?
I love how y'all advocate for me. I really do. I really do.
I really don't understand it though. It's like it's so weirdest shit I've ever heard in my life.
He is 6'3". He got a fat ass. Y'all understand why he got a beard? Like he passes. He's in community. He does stuff for the kids. Easy for the kids. I don't understand why y'all treat him like this.
I never will understand it. Like it blows my mind when I think about it. It blows my mind.
Oh, it is. Let me just say this: it's not just y'all too, because like even my coworkers, they'll be like, "Hey, all right, how was the date last night?" I'm like, I don't know, because I didn't go because he never told me. Like, I don't know if he was going. I don't know if he was. I don't know what happened. Like I got ghosted on the day of, so I don't know. I didn't go.
And that's the craziest part. Like they do the day of. The day.
Yes. I'll start with the whole, hey, good morning. Can't wait to see you this evening. And then a couple hours go past. I'm like, oh, I ain't heard nothing. Now here we go.
Because I think you told a story before where like that happened that you seen the person out like after this?
I've seen every person that I've been stood up by. I've seen like after, like even like the gentleman I was supposed to have a date with. He's back on social media and he's still following me. He was liking some of my posts the other day.
Real quick. If you're on Facebook, Dwayne, how do their comments show up? Because I remember you said it before, but I don't remember what it was. Because I can't see whoever King Brothers is. So if you're on Facebook, we can't see your messages.
Ooh. Are you logged into the Facebook? Is it the Facebook group or is it yours?
It's the Facebook. No, it's the Facebook page to this account.
Yeah.
And I saw some yesterday. So when I was on live yesterday, but there's something you have to do on Facebook.
Stream to your audience. That's what I see at the top of my screen. We're sorry, y'all. We're trying to
hold on. It's actually in the description. Let me look at the description of this because it says it in the description because I put that in there. Hold on.
But I'm trying. I'm trying, boys. I really am trying. So
you don't deserve it, friend. I'm sick of it.
I don't know. One day something's gonna stick. I feel like it. I hope so. Fingers are crossed. It needs to happen this year because I told y'all I don't want to go into my 40s.
Here goes real quick. Dwayne says, before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name at the StreamYard /Facebook. So I don't know if that's still a thing or not. That's originally what we had posted in the description. So I don't know. But if you're on Facebook, we can't see your messages unless you do that.
Can you put that in the chat? Like put that link in the chat?
It's not a link. Whatever you used to post on underneath the videos, I just copied and pasted it. But it's not a link though.
Well, just drop it in the comments and hopefully they see it.
Hold on, let me bring it back up.
But fingers are crossed. I got a next potential date is on the 31st.
We're gonna need a full report.
I will give you a full report. And this time I asked the gentleman out.
Oh, that might work. So before, were you not?
I have in the past, but I feel like I haven't done it enough. But this time around, I did ask this gentleman out on the 31st to go to an event. So like I said, fingers crossed. Hopefully things, pan out.
I'm looking forward to hearing the results of this.
All right. So, well, to be continued. All right.
Let's get into the video.
All right. Let me figure this out because StreamYard is really weird now. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. I got it right.
Here's 5 reasons why the dating market is a complete disaster in 2025. Reason number 1, nobody knows how to communicate nowadays. Instead of communicating your boundaries, standards, wants, needs, or what you like and what you dislike, when someone does something we don't like, we just ghost them instead of having a conversation. When if you had a conversation or a little meeting of the minds, maybe you could come to a solution and things could work out. But instead, we do this with everybody and then go to the next person, have the same problem with the next person. Reason number,
you want to stop here or y'all want to keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
Number 2, everybody has some sort of dating strategy, and everybody's listening to these podcasts on what you shouldn't do, what the man should do, what the woman should. You got
ain't nothing about this podcast.
Guys, relationships are not one size fits all, and what doesn't work for you may work for somebody else, or vice versa. Relationships are nuanced and circumstantial, and ultimately nobody should be telling you how you should be dating. You shouldn't be listening to anyone else's dating strategy based on what you want.
I do want to say this. I think that when people are listening to different podcasts about like dating lives, like I feel like we do a great job of like our personal experiences. Like we're not like, oh, don't do it because it's just bad or whatever. Like I've spazzed out many. Dwayne can vouch for me. I've spazzed out many times from my own personal experiences, but I don't be like, don't do it, y'all. I'm just like, this is my experience. So I do think that there are podcasts like they're trying to give you the steps to date. But I feel like there are podcasts where you can watch them and like, this is how you do it. If you don't do it this way, then it's not gonna be feasible for you.
That's just irresponsible.
Yeah. I don't think I would listen to a podcast and be like, oh, this is why I fucked up, because I didn't do this. I think a lot of our conversations is more like, this is what happened. Even like with my Easy right now, like, you know, he keeps getting stood up. We don't understand why. He's not saying, well, this is the reason why. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I'm going on these dates, and then we go on a date, and then the people don't never call back, whatever. Like, we give our experiences, but never like oh, this is the reason, this is how you got to do it.
We still out here trying.
I just want to put that in there before we keep going.
Reason number 3, everybody's moving out of protection. Everyone's
I think this is a big one. I'm gonna keep going though.
Afraid to get hurt. You guys, dating, love, marriage, all this stuff is a risk. You take the risk of getting hurt in the process. But if that's something you really desire, a relationship, a marriage, something like that, you guys, you have to take the risk of being hurt. If you close off the entire time, it's never going to lead anywhere. The other person's going to feel you being closed off, and you being closed off probably makes them feel closed off. Reason number 4, social media has completely cooked us. Nobody meets in real life. Nobody approaches. Nobody talks when we're out. Everybody's just got their head down on their phone 24/7. There's no regular or normal human interaction anymore. Everybody meets online or is on dating apps. All the dating apps are a complete dumpster fire. Get off the apps and get into the real world. How about we try to meet people doing things that we like, right? Maybe a run club, maybe you have certain hobbies, things you can relate about. Go out into the world. And reason number 5, everybody thinks they're too good for somebody else. Everybody's afraid to pursue or afraid to chase or don't want to be a pick-me, or the guys don't want to be a simp. You guys, if there's someone you want, go after that person. Who cares what other people think? Who cares? Oh, I don't.
Don't harass the person. Just go after the person. They don't want you, then let it go.
I don't want to chase and forget all the games. We too grown for that. We too grown. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? Am I bugging? Drop a comment below. Let me know.
All right. So what do you guys think?
I want to know what his dating life is like since he got his fucking degree. He think he know everything.
I think he gave really great points though.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm always going to say communication is like the number one, because everyone's different. You're not going to have the same person, back to back. So communication is it. Now that protection one though that he touched on, I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's just like it's hard to get out of that mindset when you've been hurt multiple times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it really does. Like
that one hit hard for me because I'm like, I do that a lot.
Same here, and like you said, I've been stood up a few times, more than I would like to have been, but at the same time, okay.
I would rather be stood up than actually go on a date with you, and then all of a sudden, like, we're not talking.
I was scheduled for a date in December, and I got stood up, and myself and the guy follow each other on social media. I could actively see him. He wasn't even in town. He went to New York, and he was at some restaurant called the Velvet Room. Like he was living his best life. Now, granted, it could have been videos that he had previously recorded and he just now started posting them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But the thing is, I got ghosted, and at the time we were supposed to be having a date, he was in New York.
Do you ever ask, like follow-up conversations about why people ghost you? I'm just curious.
I don't.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody, if you're gonna ghost me, and my proximity to community, you're gonna see me out at a function that I promote. I'm just speaking from on your behalf, right? Yeah. So you're gonna see me. You can't be man enough to tell me why you ghosted me.
No one can. Yeah, remember, no one. And that's talked about this before though. And you talked to the guy.
I think I talked to one or two, but at this point in time, I don't even, I hate to say that I'm not even phased. And maybe because I've been so used to it.
That's part of that protection thing.
Yeah, it may be. That's why I said the protection thing hit me kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, like Dwayne said, I'm out here in these streets, not in that way, but like I am someone.
Are you Giselle streets or your streets?
I'm in my streets. Giselle's streets are laid different. No shade, Giselle. No shade. Giselle's streets are laid different than my streets are laid. So when it pertains to me, like I am out here. I am a face that is known. I do have a name that is known. I'm not trying to put myself on some type of pedestal or anything like that, but like I have done work within this community that has made me noticeable. So like Dwayne said, I'm going to be out here. So you're going to run into me.
Do you think that you're intimidating at all? Could that be it?
I hope not, because I don't lead that way. Because I'm no bigger than
like the confidence that you have, and like they don't fit the bar for them. I don't know. I'm just trying to, because it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm trying to figure out like what happens.
I hope no one feels intimidated by me, because I really am a humble individual. I'm a country boy. I don't take things so seriously. Like, you can talk to me, we can have a conversation, we can communicate perfectly. If something came up, let me know. I'm a very understanding individual. So like, I don't know. I really do not know. But at the same time, I'm not gonna hound anybody. Like, if you stand me up, you stood me up. I'm not going back.
So after they stood you up, have they ever tried to come back and talk to you at all?
One recently.
And what did they, like? What was the conversation?
I gave them another shot, but I got stood up again. So
I'm about to dress in all black. We're gonna stand outside his house because that's insane. That's insane. So listen, here's the other aspect that I think we're not talking about here, AZ. All of the things that we just said about you, that we know you to be because we're your friends, we close to you, we know how you are, etc.
Yeah.
You are a particular type of dude, though. You have your shit together. You have, you have carved out your lane for who you are and who you present to be, etc. Right? You want the lifestyle of being in a relationship and, living, I'm assuming living together, like all of the things, you want that kind of life. And I think this also is something that we're not talking about in our community at this point, where, you've got people on spectrums. You got YNs that don't know what day it is and don't care which day it is, for that matter. And then you have, I think for some people, the ideal or understanding that they can have a quiet life and it can be just them and their partner and they can live and do and get married. I think, to your point, in terms of seeing the visibility of our grandparents or our parents and what that looks like, they don't have that in this generation, right? Because your mom or your dad, it was already a broken home to begin with, but then furthermore, your mom is 36 and has never had, a substantial kind of relationship. So then what has been portrayed onto you is this is what life is like. I don't know life as a married couple or a sustainable household, or to strive to even have that. My grandma, if my mother's 35, my grandmother is only 50 and she don't know how to cook. So you gotta look at like the generation of, because our generation knows what it's like to be in a relationship, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. This generation doesn't, and the generations that that are closer to us here now in this time, in this lifetime, don't know nothing about going to grandma's house when your mama has to work and your grandma cooks for you. Now, granted, I'm not saying that they have completely died out, but for the mass majority of this generation, and this is This is my opinion, right? For the mass majority
of this very factual. This sounds very like you hitting on some facts. You really are.
For the mass majority of this generation, they don't know what sustainability in relationships looks like. They don't know what it looks like to fight for a relationship. They don't know what it looks like to, go through turmoil and not crash out.
But what happened in the gap of that, though? I guess this is my question, because we've seen that, right? And then there were generations after that where I guess other people grew up at that time. And like, what happened in that time where like people were fighting for relationships, but then now it's like, I don't have to. I feel like we got into this era of independent women and men, and people understand that men are not really doing women right. And so then we see these households with like single mothers and like that. And so I feel like a lot of women try to do the best, like to teach their sons how to be men and, how to treat women or whatever. But what happened in the gap of that part? Because I'll say this for me, like I know that my grandparents and my mom and my dad, I've seen a lot with all my mom's sisters and brothers and whatever. I've seen a lot. I fought for things that I probably should never even fought for in my relationship that I had. But I feel like now that I'm not in that, I have a lot of different boundaries for me. I don't want to have to fight for nothing all the time. Like I'm gonna fight for you if you want to fight with me, but I'm not fighting by myself. But you also have to get into a place where you actually have to fight for a damn relationship too. So, and I feel like maybe in the very beginning, because some of us are in that space, it's like, no, because I can see the fight before we even get there. Does that make sense?
But I also think, to your point, they don't know how. Mm-hmm. They haven't seen what it looks like for your grandmother. So in our generation,
I would say in a healthy way, because I don't think that what we saw growing up was healthy. Some of us, not all of us, but some of us.
Well, I was about to give an example to maybe combat that, right? So we never knew at a young age, 6, 7, we knew that this was Aunt Trisha, but we didn't know that Aunt Trisha had a whole different mother, because your grandfather then went out and slept with somebody else. They worked through their stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So you just knew that this was Aunt Trisha. You didn't know that. You didn't know the ins and outs of it, and probably until you got older. But it gave you a perspective to understand that you had to have something worth fighting for. Now, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, right? I'm not talking about what is done to your mental or physical, right? I'm talking about that.
I want to put a stamp there real quick, though. Was that healthy, though?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it was healthy. I'm not saying it was right or good, but that's how they were able to sustain in their situation. They chose each other, even though there was infidelity or issues. I don't think we choose each other enough anymore. I don't think we're in it for the right reasons, or we don't have the examples of it. Not we. I'm just saying this generation. Let me just be very clear.
I got you.
I believe you. And then also at the same time, I want to touch on this before we go to the next topic. Certain situations aren't supposed to be given to the younger ones. Like you said, we learned about these situations as we got older. Mm-hmm. These kids, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, know all the drama of what mom and dad are going through. They know all the stuff, where they living, where they going to, where they were last night. And as a teacher, a lot of that stuff comes right back to me. And it's told in school. Like I would not. I'm still as a 40-year-old. I'm still finding out things about like my grandparents, my own parents, like because that information was for the adults. This generation is putting it all on social media where children can see. They're talking about it and not making the children. Remember when you had to leave the room when the adults were having a conversation?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you a funny story about that.
You had to leave the room when there was a room full of adults and they were having a conversation, and sometimes they didn't have to say nothing. All just turn their head and look at you.
My little cousin, because we were supposed to leave the room and there was a baby monitor in the house, she would put the baby monitor in the room for the adults.
But like those days are gone. So like Dwayne was saying, like these kids have a lot more information to the things that are going on. So
my students
bring
tell
back
me,
Big Mama.
Like, how do you?
Yes, bring back Big Mama. Bring back Sunday dinners. I need Big Mama. I need Big Mama to have that arm fat right here.
I'm on the fence with that. I'm on the fence with that.
I need that. I don't need Big Mama on twerking on Instagram for likes and views. I don't want my Big Mama to have 300,000 followers. I don't.
I think that two things can be true at one time. I do want Big Mama to come back, but also I think the Big Mama wasn't the greatest example either. So.
No, you know what? No, because we could be on this topic all damn night.
Let's go there, please.
If you want to talk more about this, drop your comments. We will comment and we will have the conversation in the comments.
Or if you want to hear more about it, we'll take it to the next episode.
There you go.
All right. So let's get here to dating non-negotiables.
Oh hell.
Before we get here, do y'all want to tell them first or you want to listen to this first?
Let's listen to it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's in 2026. Here's a list of non-negotiables in dating. Number 1, respectful communication. No yelling, no name calling, no manipulation. You do any of those 3 things, you are cut. Number 2, emotional accountability. You were wrong. Admit it, fix it, move on. I don't want to talk about it no more. Number 3, consistency beats chemistry. I don't care how much we like each other, how much we get along. Are you showing up all the time consistently? Yes or no? Oh, you're not? You're gone. Number 4, healthy boundaries. No lingering attachments with your ex. You still in love with your ex? Go over there. Leave me alone. Number 5, if it costs me my peace, my self-respect, or my momentum, it's too expensive.
So those are the 5.
Oh.
He was all over the place, but those are the 5. I think he had some great points. He was all over the place, but he has some great points.
I actually agree with all 5 of these.
Yeah. Same.
Yes.
And the only reason, like, I can speak from our relationship, Thomas and I don't argue.
Mm-hmm.
We've never argued. We've been together now. It'll be 6 years next month.
Come on now.
And we don't argue now. Does that mean that we don't disagree but it's a healthy disagreement? We respect we respect each other. We respect each other's opinions, viewpoints, even if we disagree with them, right? We try to find a common ground. It may even be like, you know what, I don't agree, but you know what, I understand why you feel the way that you do, or your perception is the way that it is, right? It's very healthy in the sense that we respect each other. Huh?
I'm about to say that's healthy.
Yeah, we respect each other. And I think that's what's most important. Like, I'm not about to get down in the weeds of an argument with you about something that's really not even worth the argument. Let's be very clear. There's too many things going on in the world for us to have to argue about the fact that you don't know how to communicate because you ain't been to therapy.
Good shit.
Like, I think the other aspect of this too is taking accountability for where you are in the state of the relationship or the situation, right? I know I need therapy. I know that I need to sit on somebody's couch and be like, look, this is what I feel today. This is what I'm going through. That's not for me to bring to you. This is for me to hash out on my own so that I can be the best version of myself for us, right? And I expect you to do the same thing. You have your time with your therapist. We can even go to couples therapy, but that can be somebody separate because you have your own therapist. I have my own therapist.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we will go to a couples therapist if necessary. However, I'm going to continue on the journey because even just hypothetically speaking, if this does not work out, I still need to make sure that I'm good mentally.
Yeah.
I need to also identify the fact that I have probably been doing some, behavioral things because my mental health state has been compromised.
I was thinking about arguing is like you're trying to make the other person feel the way you feel versus trying to get an understanding. So
like putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah, like I feel like unless it's like you went and like did some shit where like you need to hear what I'm saying. I feel like in a relationship, like we're arguing because you need to feel how I feel versus we need to understand how each other feels and come to like a middle ground, understand like this is how we both feel. Let's figure out how to work together in this type of space so that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I think
and it may happen again, but like that's a work in progress. I feel like that's the way that you could be in a disagreement or an argument. I think when it gets to an argument, it's like, no, you have to feel how I feel. That's it.
I think Dwayne said it best, where it's just like you're not going to be able to complete somebody else. You got to get yourself together,
right?
And I think a lot of people get the C's confused, where it's just like, oh, I'm looking for somebody to complete me. I'm looking for someone to make me whole. No.
Well, we were taught that though.
You're looking for someone to compliment you. Like if you get yourself completed, and I get myself completed, we can come together and we're going to compliment each other. I'm not here to complete you because guess what? I don't know all of you, and I will never know all of you, just like you will never know all of me.
Right.
So looking for someone to complete, that's a task no one will ever win in.
But I think that's a battle we have to like try to figure out, because we were taught that we complete each other, and that's not a reality. The reality is we should be trying to complete ourselves, come together in a relationship together so that we can actually help each other instead of completing each other, because you can't be complete me.
Okay.
You leave tomorrow, I still need to complete myself. I think it's an everyday thing. Like you're trying to work on yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Do we ever even come to completion?
No.
I
think that's a false narrative that
that someone's going to complete you.
we try to spin. And I also want to, identify the fact that not everybody was taught that we needed somebody to complete us.
Very true. Very true.
I think, we've adapted. What'd you say?
I learned it later. I learned it later on. Like I wasn't specifically taught that, but it was something that I heard. Like, oh, they complete me, she completes me, he completes me. We're now whole. But it wasn't until like later on, as I, in my own dating process and learning about love and relationships and whatnot, where I was just like, something ain't adding up right. Like something ain't adding up right. And yeah, I just and granted, they're not the poster couple for a healthy relationship. I'm not going to put them there for like a healthiest relationship ever, but I've actually heard Will and Jada say this though. How like I will never be able to complete her. I'm never going to be able to know her. That's all her. She said it about him. That's all him. Like what he got going on is him, but we come together and we complement each other, and that's how we make it work. So
I think on top of that too,
I don't think I've ever heard that, but I do feel like I think the pressure for me and my family was like nobody ever got divorced, and so like, that was a big stamp for me in my relationship. Is like I didn't want to come into getting married and then I'm the gay one who got divorced. So that was like a heavy thing for me that was held over my head, for not in my family, but just for me. I feel like I didn't want that for me.
Yeah.
What's next on the dockets?
Okay. So this next topic is where we at? Okay, we're here. This next topic, we're talking about heterosexual men and gay men and the freedom that we have. Heterosexual men versus gay men, the freedom that we do have. And are heterosexual men jealous of the freedom that gay men do have? I'm going to pull it up and then we'll talk about it.
A lot of straight men hate gay men because there's a freedom that they don't get to tap into. You don't get to tap into that same freedom. I can skip up the street right now.
Yeah, real.
Guess what? And I can kiss my boyfriend. And well, I don't know if straight men want to do that part, but like the point being.
But even with that, there's a restrictiveness of PDA that come from it too. You don't want to kiss your girl in public. You don't want to seem crazy. You don't want to seem romantic. You don't want to seem in love. You
like
don't wanna,
you like girls.
You don't want to be vulnerable. It's like, my nigga.
You don't even want to pretend that you like. Well, not even pretend. You don't even want to acknowledge that you like women. Like that's crazy to me.
It's this the tough guy shit. For one, like most black men that I know, beyond that tough guy exterior, are some of the kindest, like goofiest people you'll ever meet in life. They're just genuinely good people. They have like a very expressive personality, but then they got to turn it on when they go outside.
Yeah.
And also, like, the biggest thing for me is like, I'm not doing that the rest of my life. No. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit. Because
what do you think?
What was the question?
Are heterosexual men jealous of the freedom that gay men do have? Like, I think the example he gave at the beginning was, I can skip down the street right now and I'll be okay because I'm gay as fuck. So people gonna know I might skip down the street, but a heterosexual man could never do that. They were also talking about like the love that they show for women. Like it has to be like, it's like a boundary on it. Versus, I mean, we're gonna just say that we get in love with someone. Like there's something else that I gotta put up later on, but we don't have enough time. But I feel like even us, like, but not us as like us three, but like in our community, you'll see us get in relationships very fast. But like heterosexual men, it takes them, they will be with a woman and then be engaged with that woman for years and never even marry that woman. So that's the conversation.
From what I see on social media, it seems hard out here to be a straight man. Like they can't wear certain stuff. They can't eat certain stuff. They can't. I saw a post the other day where the lady was just like, if I see a man with an umbrella, absolutely not. Sus.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, the nigga don't want to get wet in the rain.
So speaking of this,
automatically gay.
Let me pull up this too, so we can kind of like.
Did you get rid of Dwayne? Where did Dwayne go?
He's real quick. But while we're waiting on him, let me pull this up too, so we can kind of like compare and contrast.
But it's crazy how I see so many women will make these posts about what their man cannot do.
Yes.
Like, what is that about? What have you been through where a man can't carry an umbrella, where a man can't eat a hot dog, where a man a man can't wear
a popsicle?
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like this, the things that are gay to them. I watched something on Twitter today. It was like, if you could be gay for $1 billion for one day, would you do it? All these straight men that was with these women dressed as women. And I'm like, that's not gay. That's you're trans.
I'm about to say, yeah. That's getting a bag. That's getting a bag.
But let me play this so we can
Someone offered me $1 billion to lick some cat. Meow. 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 Yeah. I'm gonna be in that thing like I've always been in that thing. Like I was.
Let me play this real quick, and then we get back into this conversation.
What the kids say? I'll be in there. Like,
hold on, play this real quick. We get back to this conversation.
Everybody in my comments talking about farting is not a sign of being DL, and yes, the fuck it is, bitch.
Hey, whoever run the fucking internet, turn it off. Turn it off, please. It is getting worse by the day. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you've ever tried anal, then you know. Your first time trying anal, your fucking farts are going to be slipping out your fucking ass probably for the next 48 hours. Yeah, because that ass is loose. Same thing with them fucking turds. They're fucking free-falling. That ass is loose. So farting is a sign. Excessive farting is definitely a sign that somebody's been playing in your back door.
So they're not even allowed to fart now.
She's stupid.
They're not even allowed to fart.
She's stupid. I'm gonna say it right now. She's stupid. And I hope she sees it, and I hope she does a rebuttal. You're stupid. You're stupid. Watch Grey's Anatomy at least one season. You will learn something. Read a medical book. Look at an encyclopedia. Go on pharmacy.com. Like, this is common knowledge where you could, like, sweetheart, what are you talking about?
And they're laughing at you about this cat conversation.
Flatulence does not mean you're gay, does not mean you're DL, does not mean you're taking it up the rear. It just means you ate some shit you probably shouldn't have ate. We all know damn well a bowl or two of Chipotle would have someone's stomach upset.
That the dude actually says later on, he's like, "What if I had like a burrito or something?" Like, baby,
yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like, know your body. Like, you should know what's gonna make you go.
Yeah.
Like,
why
come on,
are we even trying to defend this?
Like, I can't.
Well,
She's stupid.
It's not for us. This is for heterosexual men.
I'm speaking for them because, like I say, we see this all the time on the internet where these women will get on here and make these posts where they can't eat hot dogs, they can't eat a banana without cutting it up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't walk outside with an umbrella when it's raining. You can't fart now. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am? This is why y'all single.
So here's the aspect to this, for real. I agree with dude. Cut the internet off. Y'all are doing shit, saying shit that just does not, like, you're trying to get likes, you're trying to rile up people, you're trying to get, to go viral for whatever reason, to, do a hot button topic because you think that you don't believe that shit. You don't believe anything that you said at all.
And gas is something that you do when you're born to the day you die.
You got gas on the couch while you making this video. Like, why are we
talking
about this?
It don't make no sense.
Why are we talking about this? Why?
What's the next topic? I'm not.
Back to what we were talking about in terms of what straight men can't do. Straight men can't do it because straight men choose not to do it. Society has put so much on them. They choose not to be vulnerable. They choose not to be open. They choose not to be, because they see it as less than. They see it as you being too soft. You being a punk. You supposed to be hard. Well, what that gets you? Years of mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that gets you? Years of not being able to express yourself and have conversations and be relatable and connect to people. You know why straight men have issues with gay men? It's because they're outgoing. They know how to talk to people. They know how to work a room. They're likable. They have people on their side. That's because y'all choose not to. There are plenty of straight men that walk this earth that are soft, that are kind, that are pleasant, that are relatable, that love being in spaces with people, and what somebody else does in their bedroom does not bother them because it's not something that they're concerned with.
Come with it.
So y'all are making excuses about community that are really not correct. They choose not to. Stop. What's the word I'm looking for? Stop.
Projecting?
No, stop. What's the word? Basically, for lack of a better term, stop making excuses for them. If a man wants to be vulnerable, then he can be vulnerable. He chooses not to because he'd rather impress his homeboys who ain't got shit for him because they got their own issues.
I think I see a lot of single women making these conversations. A lot of guys that I know that are heterosexual, like, they really don't give a fuck about none of this stuff because it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't fart. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I have a lot of heterosexual friends that are males that, they will go to the gay club with me, to be honest, and not think shit about it. Like, they went out with me. So, and vice versa, I go with them. Like, it's not like when I go to the straight club, it's like, oh my God, I got to be heterosexual because I went to the straight club. I'm not, And I feel like it's just these boundaries that women be putting on these men. And
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm talking to the straight folks who may be watching. Eat the hot dog.
Please.
Eat the hot dog. Put the relish, put the onions, put the mustard, put the ketchup on, put some cheese on. Eat the hot dog.
And suck it if you want to. That's your business.
And what?
Oh.
What did you just say?
Oh. Ooh, that took a turn. Knocked me off my soapbox.
Ain't nobody watching. What you eating? Ain't nobody's business.
I ain't never seen nobody suck on a hot dog.
What's the next topic? Because the rain ain't gonna get me.
Esco says, I agree. I'm from LA. My neighbor don't care I'm gay, and he is a gangster. It sucks. Like, it's true. Like, there's a lot of heterosexual men out there who just don't give a fuck about none of this.
Don't.
These women put these standards for these men.
I got plenty of straight friends. 20-year friendships with them.
This one I really did want to talk about. I think this is gonna be our last topic before we have to go.
Okay. What you got for us?
Huh?
What you got for us?
Y'all done working. I know.
This right here.
Wait a minute,
gay men and anxious attachment. We might have talked about it already a little bit, but I did want to get to this really quick.
If you find yourself getting attached too quickly, craving constant reassurance, or panicking when someone pulls away even slightly, you might have what's called an anxious attachment style. And for gay men, it's more common than you think. Attachment theory is shaped by our earliest emotional bonds. But for queer people, those early experiences are often filtered through rejection, secrecy, or conditional love. Say you go on one great date, and before the night's over, you're fantasizing about a future and fearing they'll ghost you. That hypervigilance, it's not anxiety. It's your attachment system scanning for a threat. Studies show that sexual minorities, particularly gay men, report higher rates of insecure attachment. That's not really surprising, considering many of us internalize the idea that love might be withdrawn if we're truly ourselves. Anxious attachment isn't a flaw. It's a response to unpredictability. When love felt conditional, your body learned to brace for abandonment. It's protective, but it can also be super exhausting.
We can stop there. What do you guys feel about this?
I'm gonna let Dwayne tackle this first.
I think that's a perspective.
I think I feel like that's probably me. I go through that a lot.
It has been you in a season or two.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Time ago, but yes.
I don't. I think it's healthy to name it and know what it is. I think before this video, you might not have been able to articulate what you were actually feeling, right? But I also don't want to name it and make it think that it's wrong either. I think where we miss the mark with some of these kinds of identifiers as it pertains to personality traits and or how we act in relationships is because we don't know how to communicate them. I think to the other person or ourselves for that matter, right?
Okay.
So just hypothetically speaking, I meet a dude, we hit it off great. We go on a date, we come back, we go on another date. I think this really has the potential to be something, but yet I don't know how to, I'm number one, I'm comparing myself to what society is telling me I shouldn't do, which is put the cart before the horse, move too fast, say something, But I think there is a way to approach the conversation in saying, listen, I'm just going to be vulnerable right now. I think you're great. I think the situation is going to, it could potentially have the legs to do something. I'm not trying to freak you out, but I would love the opportunity, if you're in the same space, to be able to see where this goes, not rushing anything. We're really taking our time because I'm really invested in you. I'm really invested in wanting to get to know you and continue this, on the journey of whatever boundaries we set and or criteria we set for where we are. It's just a conversation. I think what we miss the mark in not being vulnerable enough to have it because society tells us that we couldn't or shouldn't or, whatever the case is. And then we internalize that.
Well, we've had a few conversations about dropping bombs on the first date before.
You said vows.
Bombs on the first date.
Oh,
like this is what I want. Like too fast, real quick. And I feel like this is what I was thinking about listening to this. It's like when I get there, listen, this is what I got going on in my life. This is what I want instead of like going with the flow. So is that two different things?
I think that's two different things, right? I think you should gauge. Like, I'll give you an example for, and again, I can only speak about my relationship. Thomas came to me and said, I'm serious about getting to know you.
On day one.
I don't know. It wasn't day one. We had gone on a couple of dates. We had, you know, we'd hung out a bit, you know, like it wasn't just a like hit it and quit it thing. Now we were hitting it and quitting it, but we, you know, I think after that, he had to make me realize that he wanted to stay around.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one that said, I want to be serious. I want to take this seriously. I really want to stay in your life. I really want to get to know you as a person. Like, I'm serious about being in a relationship with you. Oh,
that's so romantic.
So I got a question for you. So he came to you and said that, right? Where was your mind frame around that time?
We just hitting it and quitting it. I just said that.
Okay, so then when he said that, you was like, okay, I can work with this, or like, I guess I'm just trying to understand, like, when.
What was your response?
So it wasn't for me. It wasn't about the response. It was once he said this. Were you already thinking this, or once he said it was like, okay, I'm down for this as well.
So yes, but the thing is that if I had not conceptualized it or conceived it before then, I wouldn't have gone on as many dates as I had with him, right? Does that make sense? Like,
so he put your feelings and emotions kind of into play.
Yeah, like the mere fact that for me, and this is just speaking from my who Dwayne is. If I am, you know, we have gone on one date, and then I hear from you again, and we decide to go on another date, and then I hear from you again, and then we decide to hang out on Saturday because we're both off, you know, and that is consecutive and consistent. If I'm giving you my time, then I'm like, oh wait, this might be a thing. Now it has not been, you know, talked about, and so he had to come to me and say, like, look, I'm really serious about you. Like, I really want to take the time to, you know, be in a relationship with you. That's what I would like to get to. Oh, now before that, I mean, yeah, I thought about it, but I wasn't gonna be the first one to say it.
I feel like that doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Like, I feel like the same.
But everything's different for different people, though.
Huh?
It's different for everybody. You gotta
figure out what works for you. Very true.
What works for Dwayne ain't gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work for me. What works for me?
And so I'm trying to.
I don't know what works for me, but
but I also want to get the perspective of Dwayne's situation is not everybody else's situation, because in a magical world, shit, that worked for all of us, right? But same scenario, and we've had this conversation more than one time, and it drags on and on. Like, there's no end goal for it. Like, there's not a stable situation when it comes down to it. And I'm speaking very vaguely when I'm saying this. I've dated someone where we've had the same conversation, like to the point where I can't even tell you what we're doing at this point, but I mean, we're doing something. And when we're together, it feels great, but when we're not, no, I feel like emotionally, he's not present a lot. And so I think I'm happy to hear you say this, but also I'm just trying to decipher, like, am I in this space, like, what does that really look like for me? And
have you asked him about this? Have you asked him about what you're perceiving?
Everything I'm saying right now, I've already said. Like,
his response is what?
I want to do these things with you. Or I just think life be happening, and so that's why I think I give a lot of leeway to
let me stop you there.
No, but wait, before you even do that, it really, like, I know the situation, so like I'm not even oblivious to that part at all. I do think that, like, the way that we match up, he be on and then I'll be off, and then I be on and then he be off. That's how our shit be working for real all the time. And I'm just wondering, like, at what time does it like not? Is this a sign like we shouldn't do nothing together, whatever? But I do wonder a little bit.
Somebody has to make a move when they're off, and then the other person needs to make sure that, okay, I may be off, but you know what? For him, I'm turning it on. Because how many times are you going to go back and forth whether you're off and on, off and on? Someone's got to make the right move to advance the relationship. Otherwise, you have this. And how long has this been going on? And I'm asking, how long has this been going on?
When we started this podcast.
I'm sorry.
I know you lying. I know you fucking lying.
When we started the podcast.
Wait, when we came back or when we
originally started it?
I know you fucking lying.
But okay, so I'll say this. I feel like I understand the situations a lot because there's a lot of things that's going on personally. Like death, like death.
You're not gonna tell me you got a 10-year issue going on.
It's not an issue to me because like I'm free and he's free, whatever. It doesn't really matter right now. Whenever the decision is made, like for us, like this is what it is. For me, I'm cool with that part. But I think that
you're not cool with it. You're comfortable with it. You're comfortable with it. You're not cool with it. You're comfortable with it.
No, I'm cool with it because I'm coming to a space right now. It's like at this point right now, if we can't figure out something, like I gotta go.
You should have been gone.
I think that there was a lot of trauma going on in my life at the time, so I really couldn't pay attention to a lot of this stuff, and vice versa in the same space with him. But now that I'm in a space where like I'm very clear-minded, I feel like it's a Monica, yes or no.
Did he show up for you at any time when you was going through shit?
Absolutely.
How did it not?
I was very actually surprised that he even caught me during the shit I went through.
Then how did that momentum die?
It hasn't died. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not a bad situation.
No, if you're on, off, it's dying in between.
I want to tell his business. I'm just on my mind right now.
I'm not trying to know his business. I'm going from what I am delivering my message from what you get
there's
me.
on and off. There's on and off. I can't tell this part of the story, but I'm telling mine. And I feel like we have like during the time we've been dating, like there's been on and off all the time. Not like love wise, but like just life wise.
You know
like
what?
shit been going on in real life.
That's something that
like I'll say this one thing that he said. I'll say this one thing that he said to me was he feels like I'm going to hurt him, and I'm like, why you feel that way?
How about this? Have you asked him, have I hurt you?
I have before, but in a situation where he did something wrong.
Child.
But hold on. But we took a break from that, and then we made it back to this situation we're in now. When I first met him, it was like very like driven, like I met him like in a day, moved in with me like 3 days later, and then we had to take a break because shit was happening. It was too much going on, so bad things that happened. But after that, I definitely apologized, and then we started building together. Like that wasn't his first time with me, living with me. So like, I feel like at this point right now, I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm trying to even say right now. But I think what I'm trying to say is this:
you must be off right now.
We're actually not. We're actually not. Everything that has happened to me, like he's been there for everything. Like hands down.
I need you to put up Lady Aries.
Vice versa. And same way.
No, I'm sorry. We can't go off and on close to 10 years now. Like
put up Lady Aries' comment.
At a certain point in time, you gotta recognize what's happening and be like, you know what? this really isn't working. It should not take this long. We both grown. And even though we got life shit going on, because we all do, it doesn't stop. It keeps going. Like as long as you got breath in your body, life going on life. Either you want to show up and be there for me, and I'm going to show up and be there for you, and we're going to keep it going.
That's very true.
Or we're going to let it go. We can't keep doing this.
That's very true.
We can't. And I know you, and like I said, you may say that you're cool with it. I just feel like at this point in time, you've done it for so long, y'all are just comfortable with this. But this ain't healthy for you, and it's not healthy for him either.
I agree with that.
So somebody got to man up and let it be known. Like
I feel like I try to man up, but then I just feel like
try. We too grown for this. We too grown for this.
That's very true. That's very, like I'm not even disagreeing with you.
Y'all enabling each other for foolishness.
That's the word.
I don't think that we're enabling each other. I feel like we're like literally like just taking these breaks or whatever, and then coming back.
But why?
I think because it never matches up in time. And to me, okay, let me say this. I feel like for me, like when it's bad time, I'm not trying to like be like deal with it by yourself. I'm like, I'm here. And when I'm on bad time, he's not doing the same thing. But I feel like there's something there that maybe I should be like, let me let it go on.
I feel like y'all are attracted to each other's trauma.
Well, it wasn't trauma at the beginning though.
Not even.
Like I feel like y'all are codependent on helping one another when y'all are.
We're not doing that though. That's not what we're doing. I think the thing is that I think that we love each other, but something is not. We're not figuring that part out, and I think a lot because when again, I'm up, you're down, I'm up. That's the thing, and I think I'm figuring out now at 42 that this might not be that until we can figure out what the fuck is going on.
You're just now figuring this out?
Yes, I'm being honest. Yes. Would I love to? Absolutely, but I just don't feel like it's working. And maybe this should have been discovered a long time ago, but I'm learning that this year. I'm doing new shit this year. So
I truthfully don't know.
If it has been 10 years, my God, I didn't even know that. But yes, 10 years.
I mean, we did the math. I'm a math teacher.
But through the 10 years, like it hasn't been all bad though either. And
I'm not saying that it has to be. I acknowledge the fact that we all got good times and bad times, but we shouldn't be going through this for 10 years trying to figure out whether or not we're going to be together, not be together, be together.
To be honest, I didn't even realize it was 10 years until y'all just said
I'm sorry, I did the math in my head.
I didn't even realize that. That's very interesting. I didn't even realize that.
That's why I was like, I know you fucking lying. I know you ain't been going back and forth for 10 years.
So here's my 2 cents, and then we can move on to something else because
we gotta go. I got something to do.
Put a bow on this, Dwayne. Put a bow on this.
We're out here now. I don't have nowhere to go. We're out here.
Oh, we can put
Lady Aries, thank you. Number 1.
Yes, shout out to her.
Number 2, shout out to her. You can't continue to make excuses for the situation.
Do you feel like I'm making excuses?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. People in the comments say you're making excuses.
Let me say this. I received that.
Okay. Here's the thing. The fact that you can say when I'm up, he's down, and when I'm down, he's up, and it just never works out. I think a partial part of you does not want it to work out because you still like your freedom to a degree.
No, I when I say that, I'm saying like we're never on like a level playing field on like the up and down part.
That's
like we've never been in the same space where like we're both up at the same time.
That's not life. That's never going to be life.
That's never going to, yeah.
Never.
And I agree with that. I agree with that.
So why are you not accepting
either
it?
either you are going to be with me or you're not. We're never going to be on the same playing field. One of the things that I told Thomas, okay, you wanted to hear what my response was when he said that he wanted to stay with me and get to know me and be with me and et cetera. Okay, so that's what he saw in his head. I need to see you in all seasons.
Real quick. You know what this reminds me of? My spazzing on the old podcast.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of. Sorry, go ahead.
We have turned the episode all into you. It is all about you. But yeah, I told him flat out, like, I need to see you in all seasons. And I don't mean winter, spring, summer, and fall. I mean, I need to see how do you handle grief? How do you handle joy? How do you handle, when you don't have no money? How do you handle when you have all the money? How do you handle how do you handle life? And I'll tell you exactly what happened. As soon as I said that, shortly thereafter, his dad passed. So I had to walk with him through the process of him being his only his only child, bury his dad, and learn how the nuances of his family and how to deal with that, and then watch him grieve silently, right? So, like, to your point, we're never going to be on the same playing field. It's never going to happen. If we want to be, we can. If we want to be, we can. If we talk about it, we can. If we're in it 100%, we can. But this whole back and forth, I like you for a couple of days and then I don't feel like dealing with you, or whatever the scenario is. I'm just giving it as an example. Like, you can't keep doing that to yourself. It's not fair to him, and it's certainly not fair to you, because what if the person that is supposed to be there with you or is supposed to be in your life next, you pushed him over in the corner because you still going back and forth with this dude over here, up and down and around the corner. Like, I agree. That's not realistic. I mean, I understand you agree. I'm just saying, like at some point you have to say, I want more for myself than what I am experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I agree with you. I don't have a rebuttal for this. I agree. I was just giving my experience. That was it. That was it.
And I think I know who you're talking about, and that's trash.
You do know who I'm talking about.
That's trash. That's trash. Because you know what? They don't even have the wherewithal to know what they're doing with their life currently. Let's be 100% clear. And it has always been that way.
I think that's my biggest problem, though.
They are not stable in what they want to do with their life. And if you think about it, that's how they came into your life, unstable. So of course they're going to be unstable.
Look at you over here trying to be Olivia Pope.
Let's move on to the next conversation. I won't stay here.
Okay. Too hot.
It's getting a little. Yes.
I said what I had to say. I'm gonna eat my taco. Move to the next topic.
I'd be 10 years.
Let's go here.
My God.
We'll talk later.
There ain't nothing to talk about.
This is actually going into what we actually have been talking about.
Love them dearly, by the way.
From afar.
Same. Well, not from afar, but same.
Yeah, you need to learn to love from afar.
And I'm learning. So this actually is kind of the same conversation we were already having, but let's listen to this and let's talk about it.
Listen to me, gay boys, when I say, if you are talking to a man and he says he's not looking for a relationship, he's not ready for a relationship, I need you to understand that he is. He's just not looking for a relationship with you, bitch. And I'm not talking about guys that you're just hooking up with and that's all y'all do. I'm talking about guys that you're messing around with, you're spending time with, you're going out to eat with, guys that are actually giving you attention and, spending time with you, but still not ready to commit. I need you to understand that you were just a filler queen. Like, you're just there. You're kind of just taking up time, because what do you mean I like you, you like me, but we're not together? Okay, somebody's lying here. I hate to break it to you, but you're just not the chosen one. You're going to tell me right now, if the hottest guy in the world came into this man's life and he has his finances set, he has his the dream life, that he's going to tell that same guy the same thing, that I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm not looking for love. Like, Be so fucking for real. And listen, I know it's hard. You like him. You want to be the chosen one. That is totally normal. But what I need you to understand is that attention is not love and breadcrumbing you is not effort. Because at the end of the day, if he wanted to, he would. Listen to me, gay boys, when
I think we tackled this, right?
Hell, I think he's talking to me.
Dwayne is coming. He's still here. Just device is not connected.
Apparently, I'm a filler bitch.
I think this is a great conversation. I think that, I mean, shit, I just laid my shit out on the line, but
I mean,
I don't feel like that's the same thing for you though. I would love to understand the situation with you all the time. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And Dwayne, it says your device is not connected. If you are still here, I can't see you.
Yeah. I think there's truth in what he is saying. I do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't take, when we have these type of topics, I was kind of rooted into like things that I'm going through personally. And I do see a bit of myself in what he was saying. I don't see all of it, but because I'm not an individual that's going to stick around for all that. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not going to be going on I'm not consistently dating you and it ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I do recognize those signs where it's just like, I like you, you clearly like me. We've gone on a couple of dates. What's our next step? If I can't get an answer, like then
I think that's the scariest part, is like asking what the next step is, and then that's when things go haywire.
We got to, and you can. And my thing is like, you can be very much honest with me. If you sit in front of me and you're like, you know what, I'm just trying to fuck. I'm trying to get my dick sucked every now and then. I'm trying to smash some cheeks and go out and do this, that, and the other with you because you seem real cool. All right, speak your piece. I can either say yay
I'm down for it. Like, let's do it.
I can either say yay or nay. I'm not saying that I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying I would like to know where your mindset is. Like, is this what you want?
So are you talking to people that just want to smash, or people that you want to date, or both?
For me, as I'm out here and I'm, going on dates and I'm talking to people, I don't want to say I'm looking for a relationship. I am patiently waiting for the gift that is for me. I'm also not sitting out here withering away. Like, I am a grown adult. I am a man. I'm handling my business. I'm doing what I got to do. And I do that as a single man. Single man. I'm not attached to anybody.
He be outside.
Yes. Not so far.
Y'all know I'm outside all the time.
Not all the way outside. But I'd be outside. Like, if I need something, I know how to get it. All right. But at the same time, like, I would like companionship. I would like the realm, the nuances of a relationship. I would like that. Am I out here wishing and praying, bending over backwards, doing witchcraft, voodoo, and everything for it? No, I'm not. Like, if it comes my way, it comes my way. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But like, I see what he is saying. Like I said, I do believe that there is some truth in that. So
I definitely see that in me. So
there's a lot going on over there. There's a lot going on over there.
It is a lot, but I feel like it's a one thing that I can manage for myself in my own personal. And once I get tired of doing it, I will be done with it. But right now it's not. So
you about to get me. I'm about to come out of character.
Huh?
I'm about to say, you ain't done after 10 years. You ain't tired yet.
I think I said 10 years. It was not 10 years. It was 2021. I got some dates mixed up. Kind of some hand in my heart. It was 2021. It was during COVID. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Things have been going on, y'all know, but yeah, it was 2021. So
5 years is still too long for me.
And 5 years is a long time too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just thought when I say, I'm like, damn,
I also would like to go on record that I said
we don't know what you're saying.
I would like to go on record by saying that I said this a few minutes ago.
Okay, go ahead.
And
We can hear you loud and clear now.
We can hear you now.
Oh. I would like to go on record in saying that I said this a few minutes ago, and you told me no.
What?
You like your freedom. You like being able to do what you like to do. So the partial part of the responsibility is not solely just on him and y'all going back and forth. Like, you don't really want to be tied down, like talking about, or like you think that you actually do, because you might be able to. Yes.
I don't think that that's all the way true. I think that, yes, I do like to do what I want to do. But I think that if I was in a relationship, that would be very different.
But it's making those proper steps to get to a relationship. I think that may be something that we all, well, not Dwayne, but like that a lot
me and him are the same type of people, though, by the way. So like, I think our energy matches very well when it comes to doing what we want to do. We both do the same thing. But I think that...
And y'all can't do it together?
Probably. I don't know, but we'll figure that out at some point. If not, I'm not stuck on this one person, though. I want to make sure that's very clear.
We know that.
It's not the only one person that I'm dealing with.
We know that.
At the end of the day,
the viewers know that.
Viewers might know that I have sex with other people, but like dating wise, this is not the only person I've been dealing with. There's other people that I've been dating where I can have a great thing. I think that the thing with him is that I wait for him, and I need to stop doing that.
I think that's something that you need to figure out. Like, why are you still waiting?
Because in a perfect world, that's the person I would want. But
we don't live in a perfect world, though.
Absolutely.
So you keep putting yourself and him in this perfect world, and it doesn't exist.
Absolutely. It was just my reality, so I would just share my things.
Mm-hmm.
How many topics I got left, y'all? If y'all gotta go, I got like 3 more.
Let's do one more.
One more, okay.
We'll do one more for the people.
All right, let's pull this one up. Hold on, let me get rid of this and this. All right, boom. 1 in 10 may be unable to bottom.
Oh, Lord. Jesus. I didn't finish all my wine. I didn't finish all my...
All right, let's go.
Experts say roughly 2/3 of people have difficulty bottoming. Let's talk about it. Everyone's anal sphincter and relaxation capability is different, meaning some people naturally accommodate penetration more easily than others. Dr. Evan Goldstein, a colorectal surgeon and one of my favorite experts, playfully categorizes bottoms into 3 categories. Number 1, anus maximus. These are people who can relax and accommodate easily. These account for roughly 39% of his patients. Number 2, anus mediocris, which are people who experience some discomfort in the beginning and sometimes bottom successfully. These account for roughly 52% of his patients. And last but not least, anus nopus, which are people whose muscles are very tight and they've never been able to bottom successfully. These people account for roughly 9% of his patients. This isn't about being good or bad at bottoming. It just means some of you may require more foreplay than others. Or, you know what? Maybe it's not for you at all. Your comfort gets to be the deciding factor. I'm Bobby Box, a certified sex educator and queer culture journalist of over 10 years. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask in the DMs or in the comments.
All right, so let's get into this. The main thing I heard him say is that foreplay is something that helps a person trying to bottom. bottom.
That is true. So at this point in time, as we are all here, which one are you? Are you 1, 2, or 3?
Who you asking me?
We the only ones here.
Dwayne's here too.
Well,
I do think for me, foreplay is like number 1 for me. Like it depends on how I'm bottom at that day, to be honest.
So are you the number 1 bottom, the number 2, or the number 3?
I remember what the numbers were. What was the numbers? Tell me.
Damn.
I played it. I don't remember what it said.
Maximus, minimus, or none at all.
But which one was like the one with the foreplay?
Minimus.
And what was the number 1 one?
Maximus.
But what happens in Maximus?
You just taking it off
very easily.
I think I'll be 3, 2, and 1, to be honest. But I do think pleasurable for me is the foreplay one. I'll put that as number 1 for me.
I think
the way that the foreplay works for me depends on how much we can do.
Well, that's general right there. Foreplay goes into it. Like if you have foreplay going on, I just feel like that's a fact. It'll make the process easier.
Hold on, let me put it back up because I must have missed a lot.
I think you missed it. I think you listen to it again.
Listen. I pull up stuff so we can talk about it. I don't really watch all of it, but let me pull it back up.
Shout out to Bobby Box. I believe he said his name was being the sex ed coach that we've never had.
Comments below. Experts say roughly 2/3 of people have difficulty bottoming. Let's talk about it. Everyone's anal sphincter and relaxation capability is different, meaning some people naturally accommodate penetration more easily than others. Dr. Evan Goldstein, a colorectal surgeon and one of my favorite experts, playfully categorizes bottoms into 3 categories. Number 1, anus maximus. These are people who can relax and accommodate easily. These account for roughly 39% of his patients. Number 2, anus mediocris, which are people who experience some discomfort in the beginning and sometimes bottom successfully. These account for roughly 52% of his patients. And last but not least, anus nopus, which are people whose muscles are very tight and they've never been able to bottom successfully. These people.
Oh yeah, I'm number 2, babe. I'm number 2.
Okay, all right. That's what we were asking. That's what we did.
Okay, I was just. I'm number 2. Oh, that's
because girl, you had said you was number 3.
I thought it said the most on foreplay at number 3, but
no. He was mentioning that like foreplay does play a part in relaxing the muscles.
Yes,
so
I need that part, but I would definitely say I'm 2. Number 2 sounds crazy, but I'm 2.
Why does number 2 sound crazy?
Think about it.
Are you going to explain? I don't
When
know.
you go to the bathroom, what do they call it? Number 1 and number 2. So it sounds crazy to me, but 2.
Lord, fine. They call it B, A, B, and C.
Yeah, I definitely 2 for me.
And stop bottom shaming people. If they can't take it, don't shame them. If the dude say he a top, he a top. That's his business. Now, what he do outside that?
Tops be wanting to explore it now more often.
But I don't think people should go into it thinking like, oh, I'm just going to be able to just take dick automatically, though. Especially if they've never had it before.
But a lot
of all dick ain't the same dick.
A lot of them have already, though.
Some people know how to serve up their dick. Some people do not know how to serve up their dick.
What I've learned the last maybe 2 years is that these tops be wanting dick now.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
It is irresponsible to leave everyone in the same category.
Yeah.
Explain
Just
that.
because the tops, decided they want some penis. It's irresponsible to label the entire society of community folks. that's what's happening in the streets. Now, granted, it very well could be true.
Well, we don't know.
Wendy Williams has, if she ain't taught you nothing, she should have taught you to say allegedly, because you weren't there and you can't prove it.
I'll be there and I'll be experiencing it. But I've been experiencing this a lot lately.
What are you doing? You know what? I'm not. Nope.
Oh no, ask the question. Ask the question.
Nope. No. Dwayne.
Dwayne.
I'm not letting it bother me.
Ask the question.
What Dwayne said is like 100% correct. Like we cannot put that label on everybody. And granted, your experiences are your experiences, but your experiences doesn't involve every single top out here. Like
I didn't say that. I'm just saying I've been experiencing a lot of tops that want to bottom recently.
Well,
how many experiences you got going on?
The better question here is, are you topping the bottoms? Or are you, I'm sorry, are you topping the tops?
I mean,
wait,
yeah.
What?
I mean, these people, like, so the thing is this: the people that I be having sex with, like, are consistent people I have sex with. Like, I don't be doing like with a lot of different people. So the people that I've been dealing with that have been tops have been like turn around, like,
if you were to put a number
bottom today, I want a bottom. Like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, where is this coming from?
I would lose my mind if someone came up and be like, you know what, I'm ready to bottom. Bitch, what?
The one we've been talking about, I mean, they're interesting to me, but
you cannot assume that people will not want to try things. We're one of the most sexually.
I don't think it's a bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. It was for me. It was just the way you phrased it.
But it's just happening like more often right now.
If you were to put a number on.
Let me sit my gun.
When I say I can't stand Dwayne, I can't stand Dwayne.
Because Dwayne know you about to go ahead. He already knows my story, so go ahead.
Let me just chew on my y'all. I'm sorry, I'm chewing in. I apologize. It's rude of me. I'm hungry. They have kept me here.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, it's been happening very often, like in this season right now. Like, it's like everybody wants to, like, oh, I want to bottom this time. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not a full top. I mean, I'm a full bottom. So, I mean, I'm like, I'm okay, cool. But it's just been like a lot of people that I've been a bottom for has been not a lot. Let me rephrase that. The guys that I deal with have been wanting to bottom recently. And it's been like extremely weird. Not weird, but it's like, y'all all decide to do this at the same damn time. And it's less than 5, but so we're here because I said a lot.
They got a group chat and they're talking about you right now.
They're probably going to start texting me. But
this has been fun.
It wasn't something that like disturbed me. I'm like, until like the third one said, I was like, well, damn, is it like the season of top bottoming?
Well, is that on that? Are we?
I think that's a pin. I think that's boom.
There's one more thing. One more, and then we can go.
Of course.
This is very sporadic. I don't know if y'all have heard it. I've never heard this before. And so I want to bring this up. Are
you gonna say it?
I'm trying to prepare the people who are watching this for what we're about to watch. If you don't want to see no booty stuff, log off. And there's no booty gonna be shown on here.
We don't want to see no booty stuff. What makes it do?
It's like booty preparing a booty stuff, but I'm just saying it.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's Namus. Namus is cleaning his ass out.
It's some lubrication thing. I can't figure out how to do this right now because I'm so like trying to put this up. Here we go.
Oh, this guy again.
Have y'all ever heard of the this lube shooter thing?
Yes, that's nothing new.
I never heard of this before.
It's it's like a syringe. You pull the lube out of the container and you just insert it into yourself, and it fills your anal cavity with lube. So it's
like a turkey baster.
Yes, so it's easier for you to take dick.
Have you ever used this before?
Say what now?
Have you ever used this before? we have to watch the video at this point, but I never seen this before. I never seen this before. I'm asking for a friend. A friend is me. See?
Ooh, baby, I have never seen Easy divert a question so quickly. What? Are there cameras in my house? What do you mean?
I have questions.
Okay, so
I have lots of questions.
This was years ago.
Okay.
Where I won this raffle and whatnot, and I
got the video first before you explain this.
Huh?
What's the video first before you explain this?
He gonna say nothing that I ain't just said, but go ahead.
Okay.
What is a lube shooter and what makes it a bottom's best friend? The truth is, most people don't use enough lubricant when engaging because, hate to say it, tops, a few drops on the tip of the ain't gonna cut it. What I love about lube shooters is that they ensure the entire canal is evenly coated with lube, so you can avoid discomfort from micro tears, hemorrhoids, fissures, and whatever else makes your ass hurt or uncomfortable when bottoming. Here's how it works. Drop your shooter into your favorite bottle of lube.
You ever heard of Lube Life?
I haven't heard of Lube Life, but there's so many different types of lube out here, so.
Okay, I'm just asking.
And then pull the fluid into the syringe. Then gently insert the tip into the ass and slowly push the fluid inside the canal.
That's all I need to watch. Okay, now I'll listen to the story.
I was at an event and they were raffling off things, and I actually got one within the basket of goodies. But when I said this was years, like this isn't for me. This isn't anything new. Mine's is upstairs. Mine's is blue. So,
so you have one.
I do have one.
So it said like come in like a pack of 3. So like, do you have to reuse them? Like, I mean, do you have to like get new ones?
No.
Okay. I never heard of
it. It's plastic. It's like literally it's the exact same thing he has. You just wash it off, wash it out, and then you're good to go.
I think the way that he was explaining it was like you have to like get more than one. I feel like I think maybe in my mind I was thinking it's like a Fleet bottle.
No, it's not nothing like that.
Okay.
Like this is something
That's
like
what I was thinking, so I didn't know.
It's been years, and I worked for them. It's been a good 10 years.
Okay.
But I remember like it was given to me within a basket of things that I won at a raffle. So, but yeah,
I might have to try that. I never even seen this before. I'm like, maybe some shit I need to try. But that was the last thing that I had to pull. I wanted to pull this up because when we are for our sex part of this conversation, I've never seen it before. Thankful you have one. So now the education on it, I'd never seen it before though.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use one of these before, Dwayne?
Hell no.
Would you?
Dwayne serving
I'm
that
not saying
dick.
for you. I'm like in your relationship.
I mean, if it makes things easier, I see the purpose behind it.
I definitely see the purpose behind it.
Yeah. I mean, and his reasons for using it are very valid, and they're educational and responsible, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to prevent tears, you want to prevent, any rectal issues. So I mean, I think it's sound advice if you still trying to put it on the tip and expecting it to spread all the way in through wherever you want it to spread through.
You know what I think about? Just my random shit that I got going on. Sometimes, like, you may come over and I might not really want to do it, and I will clench this shit to the bottom of this earth. And maybe if you do that shit, baby, I'm already open. Like, I probably wouldn't want to do it. And for certain different reasons, we'll talk about that later on. But I would hate for them to bring this to my house, and that now you just sliding the fuck up in here. But there's been times where I've met people. I'm just gonna tell my own damn stories. Where I like when you get over here, I'm very like particular and like I might be horny in a certain amount of time, and then when you get here, I'm like I'm just over it, and I don't want to. If you had to do that, like I don't got nothing to do but open up now because you done slid the shit in me. Don't bring this to my house. Has that ever happened to y'all? Like you before we were supposed to do it, then now I don't want to. No.
I mean, I think that's a valid situation. Like, you did all this hyping and planning and preparation, and now you're tired and you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm like, it took too long, or now I'm out of the mood. Like, I really don't want to do it. I'll be clenching like, oh, it's too big, you can't go in. Like, I don't want to do it no more. Like, I'm that guy. I will do that all the time.
Now, Aaron,
they be canceling on me when I'm in the fleet, so I can cancel on your ass too.
Aaron.
Yes.
I don't think that we should lie about it being too big and it doesn't fit.
But I mean, when it be closed shut, it's like it can't go in. I'm sorry, it won't go in. I will hold it to the hilt, like I would down the hill. It's so big, I can't do it. It don't really be that big, but I'd be bored at this by the time you get here. So maybe that's another cover for the next podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you all for tuning in this evening.
That is that on that. Listen, tell the people where they can find you, because this has gone on almost 2 hours.
We gotta go.
Well, listen, before y'all even do that, all of our stuff is on social media now. Go to Facebook, Affairs of the Heart on Facebook, LTH Podcast on Instagram. I think there's only 2 things. Go ahead, Easy.
You can find me right there. EzSaidEzDone. That's my Instagram. It's my Twitter, my Tumblr, my every social media handle is that. So if you're looking for me, that's the way to find me.
Dwayne.
Don't look for me this week. Let's talk about this. I just don't have it today. What did you tell people again what the IG page is so they know where to find us?
AOTH Podcast. You know what to say? Hold on, let me look it up. Make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, AOTH Podcast.
Fantastic.
And our Facebook page is Affairs of the Heart. So That's that. You know, you can find me everywhere. SoDebNair, DebNair with no O. And I think that's that, right?
That's that on that. Have a great week, everybody. We will see you next time.
All right, let's end it out. Bye, y'all.
I did it, 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 did it, you did it, I did it, you did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it.